Hi everyone, I received this book in the post this morning, so I thought I would do a little video showing you it. Now this is Colouring Heaven's new book. Now they sent it to me as a freebie, wanting me to show it to you guys. They think it might be quite a popular one. They have made it, it's a little bit different to their usual ones. It's a pocket size edition, so it's their slightly smaller books. And they have made it exclusive to WH Smith's, which means that if you normally buy your Colouring Heaven magazines from a supermarket or something like that, then you won't be able to grab it from there. I'm just showing you the size with my invisible ruler. There it is. So this is a 6" / 15cm ruler, so you can see the width is just a little bit bigger. And there is our length. I'm not going to measure it exactly, but it just gives you an idea of the size of the book. So it's a pocket edition, and unusual for their normal books, they've done a coloured cover. Now you can see it's cute and cosy, which is the trend, which I think is what they're trying to sort of join in on, see how popular it is, that sort of thing. Although some of their other books, their pocket editions particularly, can be quite large spaces to colour. But let's get on and have a little look through. So we've got a usual cover here that they tend to have in their normal editions, telling you about what to, or a little bit about the book sort of thing. They did say who had drawn these pictures, but it's it doesn't actually say here, which is interesting. But anyway, it did say on their website, I think, or maybe Holly told me, I can't remember, but she did say they're not AI, they never do AI images. You know, a lot of artists make digital images, but obviously that's very different to AI. So let's have a little look at our pictures. So we've got our three little critters sitting around the table playing noughts and crosses. Tic-tac-toe, I think it can be called as well. So that's that picture. Now the paper, to me, feels a bit different to their normal magazines. It feels a bit more toothy. Now I don't know whether they've made it more suitable for markers or what, I'm not sure. That's quite interesting. They also have no things on the back. Normally they have a little bit of writing on the back telling you the page number and what the picture's called. They haven't done that on this one. So we have someone doing this washing outside, having a washing machine outside, that's novel. Gardening is very cute, and a windy day outside. I'm not sure what this is here. Is it a, I think, is it a greenhouse? But it's not. This person's got a shopping bag. I don't know. Here we're baking. You can see what's going on here with our oven. We are outside having a picnic. Very cute, that one. And we are dusting. So we've got a little picture or mirror. I would say probably a picture that's being dusted. I did a bit of dusting this morning, not much. Here we are swimming in the sea. Very summery. Yeah, it's a cute one, isn't it? Oh, they're all pretty cute, aren't they? And more cleaning. Dusting again. Oh, snoozling. Snoozle, snoozle. Now we are at a noodle bar. Bar? Is that the right word? Stall? Stand? I'm not sure. Oh, ice creams. Oh, $1. $1 for an ice cream. Is that a good deal? I don't know. Oh, we're baking. Here we're having a little chill. We've got snacks, drink, just chilling, listening to music. Rather nice. Now this one we are in the kitchen opening a jar of something. Could be anything you like, couldn't it? We have got a bunny in a barrow with carrots. Oh, it's just cute. So cute. And sunflowers. It's just lovely. Now, what do we got going on here? Someone's shopping, eating some biscuits, cookies they bought. On a computer on the bed. Headphones, book, snack, drink, a glass on the bed. Not very sensible little cat. Here we are in, I'm guessing the toy shop because we've got a shopping bag here. Nice. We are flying a kite. Oh, having a wash or taking our makeup off maybe? Putting it on. Oh, we've got a towel, so I guess we're having a bit of a wash. Or warming up by the fire. That's very cute. Cleaning windows. There's a lot of cleaning going on, isn't there, in these books? Lemon juice, lemonade stand. Oh, that's the last one. Now I'm going to do a bit of colouring in a moment, but I've just heard my tumble dryer beeping, so I'm going to stop and come back. So, right, I am back. I thought that I would have a go at some of the elements in this picture, partly because there were a few nods to Easter and springtime with our bunny and our carrots that I thought would be fun and a bit seasonal. So let's come in closer to our little bunny and our cart. Now, most people colour these pages with alcohol markers. I do not have any. I'm going to have a go with a regular pencil and just dig in and see what happens really. I've got my Polychromos on my desk. This is the cadmium orange and I'm just going to start the carrots. Yeah, I did think, excuse me, although the trend is to use a marker, I don't think it has to be markers. You know, look at that. There's nothing wrong with that, is there? It is going to take longer, probably, to colour with a pencil than a marker, I am guessing, having not really coloured very much with markers. When I use a metallic pen, a glitter pen, that sort of thing, I tend to find that it always takes longer than I expect. And so I'm never 100% sure whether it is quicker with a marker or not. I think I am a little bit more cautious with the marker because I'm not confident. And yeah, I'm never sure whether it's really that much. It looks fluorescent in the screen. Right, permanent green olive, I think, for our carrot tops. This paper is actually really easy to get. Quite a solid colour. I thought it seemed a bit toothy, but it's pretty good going. Now I don't know how it would work with pens. Obviously, as I say, I've got a few fine liners, but I haven't got any proper. Actually, I gave some of those away. I still have a couple, but I don't have any proper alcohol markers. It's just not my thing. So I can't test. But I am going to grab a terracotta and just put a few marks on our carrots. You see, you don't have to leave it plain. You can leave it plain. I'm going to sort of put a few lines because carrots tend to often have a few marks on their skin like that. And you could do this with a pen if you're doing it in pens, or you can just completely leave it. You could do some shade or shadow, but I don't even know how well you can see that. Now our bunny. I like to colour bunnies in white. I mean, I say leave them white, but we're not going to do that. We're going to add a little bit of colour. So I'm going to start with my Pink Madder Lake and do the ear. This inside of this ear. I'm going to start quite hard here. I'm just going to fade it off a little bit towards the top. Now you can see if you're that has left quite a lot of white paper. So I can easily get rid of that. Whoops. By grabbing my white pencil and just starting at this end and covering over with my white, and that will just blend it. There you go. So you can't see white paper, you can see white pencil. I'm going to blend it a bit further down. There we go. Now rabbit itself, I'm thinking I could do some grey shading on it. I could do it just a little pale grey. I think that's what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to grab my cold grey 1 and do the whole bunny in this cold grey colour. As I say, it's going down remarkably quickly on this paper. And it might just be that I'm perhaps pressing maybe a little bit too hard, maybe not sure, but I'm happy. Now of course you can do them all sorts of colours. I don't know what colour they are on the front. Oh, they're sort of regular colours. There's no bunny on the front. So, but you could do them blue, you could do blue, pink, green, anything. I was a little bit reluctant to do them green. I did do this page where I did a sort of, it's hard to describe. It was a set of unicorns, and my husband said to me, I said, what colour should I do them? And he said, do them a rainbow. And so I did a rainbow, a pastel sort of rainbow colour, and it ended up that, I'm going to do a blue wheelbarrow, that the way the rainbow ended was that the unicorns' faces were green. So they sort of went from pink to, I think I went from red to orange to yellow to green, no, to pink, I can't remember. Anyway, this is phthalo blue. I'm going to use it for some of the wheelbarrow. And anyway, by the time my rainbow got to their faces, it was green, and I was like, it wasn't the best. And there wasn't really much I could do about it because I sort of had to follow through with my rainbow idea. So yes, a little bit reluctant to do green, despite the fact that we do get green teddy bears and things like that, which is what I sort of think of these as, you know. I can do the handle in this one and the spokes. You know, I think of them like they're supposed to be a little cartoony animal, which could be like, you know, a soft toy. There we go. We're going to go lighter for the rest of it. I think we've got a light phthalo blue. Whoop. There we go. So it's fun, this. Quick. I mean, it would be quicker with an alcohol marker, I'm sure, but it's still pretty quick. I don't have to think about much with regards to shading and shadows, and because they're big areas, you can just go for it. And the paper, it's just like taking great chunks of pigment off my pencil with very little effort from me. It's very odd, to be honest. I am pressing pretty hard, probably. And I know I've got paper behind, and my pencils aren't mega sharp, so they're not going to puncture the paper or anything silly if I, you know, press reasonably hard. So now I'm going to I want this front to be slightly darker, so I'm just going to get the middle phthalo blue and just go over that front bit. I just want it to look a little bit different. So just layer a little bit of the darker colour. There we go, on top. Now, oh, I haven't done behind the wheel. Through the spokes. There we go. And the tyres themselves, I was almost going to go with a black, but I think we'll just go with the Cold Grey 5. So it's not really black, just a little bit greyish. Now the thing with the thick lines is that you can't make them disappear. So some people like to white over lines with a white pen and white them out so that the pictures look more realistic then, because things in the world don't have a black line around the edge of them. But I've never really got to grips with doing that anyway. And these pictures are not photorealistic. I've just noticed some carrots on the ground. This one here. So I'm just going to go back to my cadmium orange. So I don't think we need to worry about that. And I see no problem with showing the artist's lines. You know, this is back to our terracotta. Just draw a few. I can do some coming from each direction, it's differently spaced, different, and then a permanent green olive again at the top. itchy eye. Okay. I think I am going to make that do. I know I haven't finished the whole page. I'm just going to grab my light pencil. Actually, I'm going to sharpen it a bit and just do a little bit more work on that wheelbarrow. But I am going to finish this soon, and I will put it up. Yeah, I'll put it up. I'll put it, try and remember to put it up on the Colouring Heavens Facebook group, but also I'll try and remember to put it up on my socials. I've got some Easter pictures scheduled, but that's okay. I might be able to pop it in as an extra, but I'm not going to finish it today because I've got other videos to make. I'm really short of time. My son's been using this office to work, and he's coming back soon, and he'll be needing it again. So I'm just going to go back over this phthalo blue bit because it's a bit bitty. So he's going to want this room again soon, I think. So I need to get out of here. But this gives you a good idea of what the pictures are like in the book. Now, as I say, it's WH Smith exclusive in the UK. I shouldn't imagine it's quite out anywhere else yet, but you should be able to grab it from the Colouring Heaven website. I will put the website links in my description, and also if you want to become a Colouring Heaven member, I think they've still got some deals on at the minute. I think you can get 50% off membership at the moment, or something like that, depending on if you sign up for 3 months or 6 months, depending on what part of the world you're in. So I'll share a link to the membership so that you can have a look at that if it's something that interests you. Try and just fit it all, everything I coloured in. There we go. So there it is, started. I've waffled on, I've gone quite fast, but I hope that's okay. I will, as I say, find a way of sharing the picture. If it doesn't appear, nag me, and or otherwise, you know, in the comments of the video, even if it's old, go, where's that picture? Or and it'll be in my completed pages at the end of the month anyway. But there is my start of that one. So thank you for watching today. Everything you need is in the video description. Please do like, subscribe and comment. Thank you so much, and happy colouring.